Hey everybody, how you guys doing today? This is Jim from the Pain PT. Hope you guys are doing well today. And today I'm going to talk about retraining your brain out of chronic pain and symptoms. Retrain your brain out of pain and other somatic symptoms that are chronic. And I want to talk about these words today. They have a lot of power and meaning. And when I was putting together this list of words for brain retraining, they ring so true. And these words I'm going to go over today with all you guys are the topics or areas that I'm going to be teaching and using and guiding people through in the brain retraining classes. They're going to start in the beginning of February. People that are interested in joining. I'm switching the way that I'm operating these classes to brain retraining classes. They're going to be offered 3 times a week for an hour each session, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And you can sign up for 1, 2, or 3 sessions a week for a month. And the purpose of me doing this and the reason why I'm doing this now is because I want people to do the work. Okay, I talk a lot here on the channel, and I'll continue to talk on the channel about what we'd like to do, what do we need to do, the reasons why, what's going on. So I'm giving you the evidence, I'm giving you the knowledge, and I'm also giving you ideas of things you can do to change your brain, okay, to retrain your brain out of pain or retrain your brain out of somatic symptoms. So I'm going to go over some of these things today. And these are going to be the things that I'm going to be teaching and guiding people through in a very practical way in the brain retraining sessions. Again, these classes that I'm offering, they're meant to be practical, experiential things that you're actually doing. You're doing the brain retraining work, just like you're going to the gym and doing the exercise or going to a yoga class and doing the yoga um, postures and poses and things like that. We're actually going to be doing this. We're not going to talk about it. There'll be room for a Q&A. People have questions. I'll answer them separately, but we're actually going to dedicate an hour each class to retraining your brain. And I think that's so important. Okay. This is doing the work, and I'm going to guide you through this in a way that gives you support. And as a group, we can all do our work together and head in the same direction towards another RE word called recovery. Okay, so let's go through some of these words. And I found this so fascinating as I put this together, this retraining the brain, the words RE, retraining. And if you look up the words RE, the letters RE in the dictionary, and this is the Collins Dictionary, I'll take it right from there. It says here it's a prefix, right? RE added to verbs or nouns to form new verbs or nouns that refer to a process opposite to the one that has already taken place. So re means a process that's opposite to the one that's already taking place. So when we think of the word retraining, we're retraining the brain back out of pain. Okay, so the opposite. And they give an example here from the dictionary. For example, to reappear means to appear after disappearing. And to regain something means to gain it after you have lost it. So we are regaining. That is one of the RE words I put down, regain. We are regaining our lives. We're regaining our independence. We're regaining ourselves, okay? Something that's been lost here. So let me go through these words here. The brain retraining again. Again, this is something we're going to be doing in these classes starting in February. You can join at any time, anytime you want to join. You can go to my website. It'll be active February 1st is when you can first sign up, and you can sign up at any point in time, and you'll get access to 30 days of classes, depending on how many you choose for a week. Okay, so the retraining program, the retraining classes, the main focus here, the main thing that I want to impart to people, and I do this on the channel as well, is that we are teaching our own brains, our limbic brains, that we are safe. Okay, this is the number one thing we're doing. This is the overarching theme, concept, purpose, you could say, that what we're doing. We're teaching the brain at an internal deep level and an unconscious level that we're safe again, that we're not under the threat or danger, that that brain is still perceiving and then projecting into your body. Remember, this whole thing's about threat and danger coming from your brain. And when the brain doesn't feel safe, it kicks out, right? Fight, flight, freeze, fawn reactions into your body. These are stress reactions from your brain travel through your autonomic nervous system, hit your body with symptoms, somatic symptoms. And many of them don't go away, right? They're chronic, they're persistent for reasons that are outside of your body. They're not physical, bodily, organic symptoms anymore. This is where we have to get this out of our minds, unless you have proof of this. This is a brain that doesn't feel safe. It's psychological threat and danger on that level, not a physical threat or danger in your body, psychological threat or danger in your brain. Brain just doesn't feel safe. Again, that can come from many things. And when the brain doesn't feel safe, like I said, it kicks out stress reactions into your body. So part of the retraining classes or program that we're doing is going to be going over these things to teach the brain safety, to reteach the brain some safety. Okay, and the following areas I'm going to highlight to you now, we're going to focus on. Okay, and in no particular order here, but these are the things we'll focus on. Reconsolidation. So reconsolidation of traumatic or stressful memories, right? That might still live on in your brain and playing a role, even if you're not thinking about some of these, they can still have an effect on us now. Just again, imagine somebody who's been through trauma or PTSD, went through war. Let's say that's a nice example. Doesn't have to be that, but it can be anything, something that was very traumatic. Person's returned back to life. Time has passed. They still may be haunted by those memories in the way that your nervous system and brain are still operating now. And the brain still might not feel safe in this moment, even though you're in a safe place now. The memory, what has been learned, is still activating your brain in a sort of threat, at a threat level, at a danger level. The brain doesn't feel safe enough to calm down, fully relax yet. So this is called memory reconsolidation. Reconsolidation. Go back, work with memories in a certain way to change them, to alter them in your brain. And this is very real, something we can do to shift the memory so that it's not the same as what occurred. And we can go back and change it in any number of ways that would suit our needs to make us feel safer, to make us feel more secure. Now, remember, the brain doesn't know the difference between reality and perception, okay? Between a movie, let's say, and reality. That's why you get true emotions and you get true feelings watching a movie. It's fake, right? You can still feel very intense feelings with a situation like that. And the brain's the same way. The brain gets it wrong a lot of times, or it heightens its reactions and sensitivity when it has been threatened in the past. So threatening things from your past keep the brain in a threatened, heightened state now. So this is memory reconsolidation. We're going to be doing some work on traumatic memories or times to shift those memories, try to shift your brain into a more settled, relaxed state. Next thing we're going to focus on is reminding the brain. Okay. This is reminders. This is you using self-talk to remind your brain that you're actually safe and okay through a couple things. This is knowledge, right? This is what we call understanding and knowledge. This is the evidence. Okay. So we're going to make sure you have compiled or compiling and adding to, and we'll look at it at different times, an evidence list, okay, that you have of the facts here, of the knowledge and evidence that this is a neuroplastic symptom. Okay, we'll review that evidence, look at it again, add to it, solidify it, put it into your brain deeper. Also want to be working on and developing win lists. Everybody will track together their win list. We'll add things to the win list when we have a success, when we do something, when we see ourselves progressing in some way, so that we can again return, another RE word, return to look at this list to RE, remind our brains, hey, here's where we're at. This is what this is. The brain needs constant reminding. You're feeding your subconscious mind, remember. The subconscious is the part of your brain you're feeding. That's where the issue resides. That's where this is coming from, the limbic brain, which is unconscious. Next thing, another part of your communication to your brain, self-talk, you can call it reassuring, reassuring your brain. This is creating safety internally through self-compassionate self-talk, okay? This is the reassurance. This is the soothing piece. This is the part of you that's soothing your brain and with loving, compassionate care and patience and kindness and support. It just is like supporting the inner child or being a parent supporting somebody else, or a dear friend supporting you. You want to be able to reassure your own brain in this nice, compassionate way. Okay. So this is going to be integrating compassion, self-compassion into your self-talk and learning how to do this. We're going to be replacing what I call gnats. You know, gnats are those little bugs that pester you. Gnats are negative automatic thoughts. We're going to replace those gnats that pester you with pats, nice, gentle pats, pats on the back. These are positive, affirmative thoughts, all right, or positive, assuring thoughts. You can use different words there. Your positive, assuring, positive, affirmative thoughts. Okay, nice, gentle pats instead of these gnats that keep bothering us and bugging us, these negative automatic thoughts that we're trying to fight off and we're trying to push away, or we're believing and making worse. So the reassurance, right? Okay, another part of this process of self-compassion, there's another aspect of self-compassion we're going to also try to teach people to use. It's called respecting yourself. This is self-respect, respect. This is what we call fierce self-compassion through the work of Christian Neff. And this is building our self-worth. This is the idea that we are enough. We deserve to be here. We have a right. We can stand up for ourselves. We can learn to speak our truth, be authentic, say no, maybe set boundaries, take care of ourselves instead of caring for everybody else. Okay. This is respecting ourselves. This is another form of self-compassion that we want to integrate into yourself as part of your recovery, recovery, to recover. Okay, so respecting yourself, self-respect. Okay, what else? Redirecting, redirect your attention. Okay, we want to be able to redirect our attention. Remember, our attentional component is very important with chronic pain and other chronic illnesses, is that we get absorbed by these symptoms and we start to go into what's called hypervigilance. I've spoken about it before. The brain literally connects more consistently, more repeatedly, all the time to where your symptoms are. And every time you do that, just know you blow up the symptom, you magnify it, you increase the strength of that neural pathway, or you activate that neural pathway. So again, as we're creating safety and as we know from your evidence here that you're okay, there isn't anything wrong in your body physically, right? This is a threat from your brain, that we need to redirect your attention away from these symptoms to show your brain that you're safe, to show your brain that you're okay. And we're going to practice that too. Okay, we're going to move the brain towards safety and away from threat. Remember, I've shared this on the videos before. The brain, from what we know from the neuroscience, is geared up to look for threat. When you've had chronic pain for a long time or chronic symptoms or been through trauma, a lot of stress in your life, your brain will help you learn to be seeking and looking for automatically threat, automatically. So that's the vigilance. It won't be looking for safety. And that's what we need to do. So we need to redirect your mind towards something that's safe, normal, neutral, positive. And this is a practice, again, that takes some brain retraining work. All this is retraining your brain. Remember, this doesn't happen overnight. This is practice. Hence the classes, hence the work we're going to do together. What else? Relaxation training, relax, how to relax, to deepen the relaxation response in yourself, okay, to activate that parasympathetic healing, rest and digest nervous system that's so important, so needed for your healing, okay? If we can't get into some parasympathetic nervous system state, it's very difficult to heal and feel better because we're in a stressed state, we're in a fight-flight state. We need to come out of a freeze state too if we're there and get into this good sweet spot, which is the good parasympathetic state. So learning how to relax and to relax into stress or relax into your sensations or symptoms is very important. We'll be working on this as well to teach you to deepen your relaxation response, that you can do this at any time, anywhere, any place with practice. So we'll be practicing the relaxation response. What else? The list's still going. We're not there yet, right? There's lots of facets to this recovery, this retraining of the brain. We want to reduce both avoidance and safety behaviors, okay? Avoidance behaviors are the things that you stop doing, you've been avoiding because of your symptoms that you're scared to do or don't feel comfortable doing, or the things that give you symptoms or sensations when you do them. We're going to start to track and build goals for exposure training for all of you, and you guys are going to carry them out in a systematic way, and I'm going to be there for support. Okay, and we're going to build yourselves back to things that you're not doing. So for those of you that are stuck in avoidance behaviors, we're going to work on those. And everybody has things that they're still avoiding, whether it be activities and hobbies and exercises and movements or other things in their life, even people and places and things. We want to reduce all avoidance behaviors. Yes, to teach the brain again, what's the singular goal? We're safe. These things are safe, and you're safe to do them. The other thing we're going to work on reducing is identifying first and then reducing safety behaviors. This sometimes doesn't get talked about as much, but things that you do actually to feel safe in the moment, kind of like using crutches in a way, help you temporarily, but do not help you in the long term. And in fact, the research has shown if you lean on them too much or use them too much, they actually can increase the threat value in the brain. They can actually make your brain feel more threatened. Our last video about the evidence talked a little bit about this as well. So we'll work on reducing both avoidance and safety behaviors through the brain retraining program, through these classes. What else? Let's keep going. We want to reshape, reshape the future. We want to change that future direction in your mind, okay, to something more positive, right? Because people have been through chronic pain and illness for so long, the brain becomes very negative. It has a negativity bias now built in, and that projects to the future. It's called predictive coding or negative expectation, called nocebo effects. So negative expectation, predictive coding, it comes from our learning, it comes from our conditioning and our association to things. We need to change that. Okay, so we're going to reshape the brain here to the future through activities such as positive visualization, imagination practices, expectation practice, expecting a positive outcome. I'm going to guide you through some of these to shift your brain's projection and expectation to the future. So that becomes more positive, and that has a very real effect on you. It has a very real effect. In the same way, reconsolidating old memories has a very real effect at the brain level. Okay, we have to understand these are important things we can do to help retrain the brain towards safety and away from threat and danger. Okay, another thing here, another one that I haven't hit yet that many of you guys might be waiting for to hear me talk about is regulating, regulating your emotions. Okay, so regulating your emotions is building skills in this area, such as emotional awareness, becoming more aware of your emotions, because emotions can, again, create these physical symptoms in your body when they're strong or being suppressed, or we don't feel comfortable feeling, or we just have learned to shut down to and avoid our emotional feelings. So building skills and regulating emotions. And the regulation skills are things such as awareness, what we call affect labeling, which is the expression part of emotion, putting words to feelings, learning to do that in healthy, good ways. What's called window of tolerance, learning to open up this window to tolerate the emotion. And the second part of that's called affect tolerance, tolerating the affect or tolerating the emotion in your body while you're feeling it, feeling your feelings, basically. So we're going to work on all this emotion regulation strategies around emotions as well, in relation to things that are coming up for you day to day, and also in other experiences as well, with the memory reconsolidation work as well. So regulation. Another skill here that helps you to regulate emotions, and I listed it out separately, is called the reframing, reframing, or what's called cognitive reappraisal. It's another strategy that we're going to go over and learn and practice again. Mainly, we're going to be practicing these things, integrating them into your life to where they still exist and things that you need to work on for yourself. Okay, so reframing or cognitive reappraisal is a very positive way to shift your perception of things, of triggers, of stressors, of situations, and look at them with a different perspective and a positive lens now to shift that. And that can help shift your brain out of a place of feeling threatened or from a highly emotional state into a more relaxed state. couple more things, right? We're going to reprocess. You've heard of pain reprocessing therapy, PRT. That's another RE word, reprocessing. So we're going to do some PRT, pain reprocessing practice, or what's called somatic tracking practice as well, working with the body in a very somatic way, okay, to process some of these sensations we feel or emotions we feel, symptoms we feel in a very good positive way, or a positive lens of safety now, right? Instead of a lens of danger or threat or a negative lens. So we're going to work on some reprocessing as well. We'll be doing some other things as well to reduce. Okay, that's another word, reduce some of your personality patterns you have and habits you have and programs that you operate from, that you can identify some of these and we can start to reduce them, reduce, or soften them to some degree so they don't affect you and drive you as much, right? Because they also create internal stress in your body when you do those things. They create emotional stress in you. Again, coping, personality patterns and learned patterns, they're coping mostly. They're stress coping patterns we've learned from childhood, and we're trying to reduce some of those. Okay, that's a lot, right? But we're going to work on some of these areas. This is all brain retraining, right? It's retraining your brain in many areas, not just one area, but different facets here to target different parts of these processes here for your recovery. And the way we want to do this work is with repetition, repetition. So hence, I want to offer them the 3 times a week that you dedicate an hour each day that I offer them, or how many times you want to come. And we'll do this over the period of a month. And we need to repeat. Okay, repeat, repetition. Over a period of time, you need to drop the timeline. Okay, there is no timeline here. It can take you months to years. Okay, so you need to work with this in repetition, however long it takes you to deepen and instill some of these practices into yourself. So you start to retrain that brain at a deeper level. We want to do the work also with a resolve, resolve, okay, with a bit of determination that we're going to commit to this work. We're going to stick with it. We're not going to give up. We're going to be persistent, okay? So I always say we need to be consistent and persistent in this work. The consistent part is the repetition, consistently doing this work to retrain your brain, and with persistence or resolve. Another word is resolve, resolve. So we can retrain the brain out of pain and other chronic somatic symptoms. With the overall purpose of what? I got a few more RE words for you. I got a few more up my sleeve. Man, there's so many great ones, and I could keep going probably. You guys can probably think of other ones too. But the purpose here of this brain retraining for recovery is that we regain what we've lost, right? Regain what we've lost, okay? And we want to rewire the brain. So the purpose is to regain what we lost, to rewire the brain into a greater state of safety and security and settledness and peace. And then to be able to return, right? Return to the things we like and enjoy and love, return to life, and ultimately reclaim our lives, reclaim our lives. Okay, that's what we're doing here. And all the ways I mentioned here today in the retraining of your brain. These are the things we're going to focus on in the classes. I encourage all of you to sign up if you can afford it, or you want to learn more, you want to practice more deeply this on a practical level. Instead of just me talking about what to do, we're going to do these things. Same like as going to the gym class. We don't talk about lifting your weights. You lift the weights, or you go to a yoga class. You don't sit there and talk about doing the poses. You go and do the poses, and you do them repeatedly, right? If you go to yoga, you don't go one time, you don't go 1 week or 1 month. Many times you go over a period of time. And as you continue to do the similar yoga poses day after day, week after week, you start to see some changes in your system. Okay. And then you get some retraining of both your body and brain. And that's what we're doing here. Okay. This is focusing more on the brain though. So brain retraining, but it ultimately is going to affect your body, because remember, everybody, the issue lives in your brain, not in your body. But your body is going to be affected positively when you can retrain your brain in the ways I spoke of today. So thank you very much, everybody. Again, February 1st and onwards, if you come across this video at any time, you can go to my website, thepainpt.com. You can find information there. You can see the packages that are available for you. Sign up whenever you'd like. And I welcome all you and look forward to seeing you all there. They'll be recorded as well if you can't make them live, so you can do them in your own time. And really, I'm hoping this boosts everybody forward on their path of recovery. Okay, so you can be a success story. I want everybody to be a success story and come on and share your story on the channel. That's always my greatest wish and dream, is that people recover and then they share their stories. Is a crowning moment for them, and it also allows them to help other people who are starting this whole process of recovery and retraining of their brain. Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate all of you being here today, and I look forward to helping you all on the road to your recovery. Take care now. Bye-bye.